Good morning, San Diego. I just wanted to say that because it's good to be a Padres fan right now. This
It's
is the
8:40 p.m.
I know. This is the it's 5 a.m. somewhere. This is the Double Take podcast. I'm your host Jordan, and on the screen to the left of me is my co-host Marissa. Marissa, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. The Giants are currently tied right now, but the Giants won 12 to zilch yesterday.
Ooh,
Pretty
against
fucking
whom?
cool. Against the Rockies.
Oh,
Uh,
eh,
yesterday, well,
eh.
yesterday in the first inning, Giants scored 4 runs. Second inning, 5 runs,
Okay.
and yeah, the Rockies just tied it up like a couple minutes ago.
Before we get into baseball, which is going to be the majority of this episode, we're 2 days away from the draft, Marissa, down in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm excited. I'm ready for this to be done. I'm ready for my nightmare to be over because the Chargers are in the weirdest possible position being at 13. If we were like a 10 or an 8, I'd feel so much better about our chains. If we were further up, I would like it better, but man, I don't think we're getting the value I think we should be getting at that pick. Like for example, if JC Horn and Patrick Surtain and Rashawn Slater and Panay Sewell are all off the board, and that is highly likely, you got to
Yeah.
trade back because I'm sorry, Christian Darrisaw has some concerns, and I'm sorry, I don't want to take a. The Chargers don't do well when it comes to injury-prone players, so I don't want to take a risk on Caleb Farley. So I had a
Well,
revelation. I need to know if I'm crazy for this pick, Marissa. I need to
yeah,
know
fucking
if I'm
go.
crazy for this trade. Ready?
Right.
So I think right mock. Okay. The trade I made 2 trades. Okay. So New England has been heavily to
Man,
a
what the fuck?
trade. Listen, the 49ers are going to take
No.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones is Thanos. He is inevitable. So in this mock, because I think potentially Carolina might take a quarterback. I think if Justin Fields is there, Carolina might take that quarterback. So I think New England jumps up to 4.
Mm.
And I had them. Now I couldn't do like 2022 picks, but they could probably give up less in like this draft. So I'd have them giving up their 15th pick, their second pick, their first pick next year, and then probably like a 2023 first rounder. But again, I couldn't do it on this mock. And then they get Justin Fields, and I believe they're fourth or fifth rounder. Now, since our last broadcast, we have realized that Orlando Brown was traded to
Right.
the Kansas City Chiefs. How the fuck does Kansas City have cap space left? Like they are the most insane team. Because there was rumors that Julio Jones might be on the trade block. I'm like, damn, the Chargers should go get Julio
Right.
Jones. But then I was like, no, we don't have the cap space. How the fuck does Kansas City have all this? They just find ways to sign players. And that's because I
Yeah.
think Mahomes structured his deal already, but still, it's absolutely insane, man. They can't give Rodgers a second receiver, and meanwhile, fucking Kansas City just completely rebuilt their offensive line.
It's fucking stacked.
So I thought to myself, what team could trade up? And I thought about it.
Okay.
And big if here, Panay Sewell and Rashawn Slater and Patrick Surtain and JC Horn are picked, because I'd be fine with any one of those guys. Guess what? One of these receivers is going to drop.
Okay.
I can totally see it happening because Denver's going to take a quarterback or a different. Okay, let me run through you. Okay. Bengals, if they take Panay Sewell, they take Panay Sewell. But I feel like they're going to go Jamar Chase because Bengals got a Bengal, right? Miami is either going to take – so, okay, if this trade happens, right, if Justin Fields gets traded, right, if you get Justin Fields at 4 and they take Panay Sewell, then Miami would probably still take Kyle Pitts. Then the Lions then would take Jamar Chase. And then these guys need more defensive and tackle help. So I could legitimately see Devonta Smith falling. I think he's going to fall. I think he's going to be at the Chargers right at 13. The Ravens have no dynamic pass. They have no dynamic receivers. And here's why Devonta Smith fits their system so well. They're such a run-heavy offense. They don't have that deep ball, and they're the way they just run the ball, man. They're just so creative with their runs. Quarterback, whether it's a handoff, whether it's they just find a way to just pound the ball on you. Well, here's the thing. Devonta Smith is not going to be, your lockdown, stay in place, end receiver, right? I think they already have that in downtown. I forget what his first name is. I think I know his last name is Brown. You got downtown Brown.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting his name? See, this is how bad the freaking Ravens receiving core is. Also, I heard some craziness that the Ravens should trade up to get Justin Fields, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Lamar Jackson just won an MVP, and he just won his first playoff game. That is ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. They need a dynamic receiver, right? I think with Sammy Watkins, and I'm just gonna Google it. Can you Google it for me? Google. I just don't want to leave the screen. Am I leaving the screen? Can you still see?
Okay, no.
Okay, wait, hold on. Ravens, rate this podcast 5 stars. Marquise Brown. Sorry, everyone just calls him Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. They call him Hollywood Brown. My bad. But so Hollywood Brown is a legit deep threat, and you can line him up on the end, and he can go with any team's one-on-one corner. But he's not very good. I'd compare him to. He's like a less talented Mike Williams, I would say, because I think Mike Williams can beat some people legitimately. But Devonta Smith, you can literally, the Ravens could literally move him all over the field. They could have him in motion constantly. Now, he's not great for run blocking, but literally, you have Devonta Smith. You have an option that can just burn people. You have this great receiver. Now you have a legitimate receiving threat. And if you move him around and use him enough, you can really fake out defenses. And I think it even makes their running game stronger because now you got to really cover Devonta Smith because he's got that speed, right?
Right.
So in this mock, and now, Marissa, you can tell me if I'm being a little crazy on this. The Chargers because keep in mind, the Ravens are moving up 14 picks, right?
Right.
The Chargers are giving up a top 15 pick, right? They would get both of those first-round picks, thanks Kansas City, and they would get Baltimore's second-round pick next year. And then in exchange, we give up our latter third-round pick, and Baltimore gets the 13th pick. They need to get dynamic at receiver. I think Devonta Smith, former Heisman winner, really does that for you, right? So now you look in this draft with the trades I made. New England gets Justin Fields. I have Atlanta taking Micah Parsons because they can get dynamic at defense very quick. Yeah, I think the Raiders, the best tackle would be Darisaw. I think they really need to fix their line. I have the Miami Dolphins cucking the Pittsburgh Steelers and taking Najee Harris at 18. Because, man, look at this. Look how stacked this offense get. You already have Devontae Parker. You have the other tight end, Gesicki. Now you get Kyle Pitts and a first-round running back and Najee Harris. Like, if Tua doesn't succeed, that's totally on him at that point. And then I obviously have Chicago taking the risk on Farley, and then they do get like the second best running back. But I have now. I think I had some team taking. I have the Jets taking Kasimi. That's who I'd get. But I like Alex Leatherwood. He's big. He's from Alabama, and I think he's a good late round pick if we decide to trade back, right? And then we get Asante Samuel Jr., who might even go earlier than this pick. He might go earlier than this pick. He might go earlier, but he might be available at 31. What other corner did I have taken before him? Caleb Farley could still be there. I would take the risk on Caleb Farley. Greg Newsome could be there. So I think we're still going to get a pretty dominant corner at 31. So now you solve both your problems, and you still got a second-round pick. So then the Chargers could get a really good guard and make that line just absolutely dominant. Or they can maybe go get a receiver in the second round. Is that crazy to think, Marissa, that they could get a tackle, a corner, and they could get a pretty damn good receiver in that round? Or they could get a really good edge. And now you're saying, okay, we got the tackle position taken care of. We got a solid corner, and now we got a good edge outside of Joey Bosa. What other holes do you have in this team at that point? And then you get a second first-round pick next year.
I mean, shit.
The Ravens are making the call. Like, can you imagine if Jalen Waddle falls? You're telling me the Ravens aren't going to make the call?
Dude, yeah.
You're telling me Baltimore can't they're going to offer up 2 first rounds. There's no way. I mean, this 31 pick is damn near a second round pick, but that was my first scenario. Okay. That was my crazy thought. Now we've done a shit ton of mocks, so I'm not going to bore you. I went 2 other directions in the next 2 drops. Sorry, 2 draft. 2. I see. I'm fucking tired of saying the word mock.
Man.
I know I'm crazy, right? I'm absolutely saying this one was a little. I always have the Patriots trading for Justin Fields.
God,
I know you hate it. They're taking Mac Jones. Just accept it. Just accept it. They're taking Mac Jones.
You know what? I feel like if I say that they are, then maybe they won't. Like maybe if I just accept it, I'm just gonna prepare for that. Like prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's me.
Marissa, really important question here.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Mac Jones or Kyle Pitts at 3?
Oh, Kyle Pitts. Fuck that.
Oh. Could you imagine?
There's like a whole other conversation like amongst Niner fans. Like, what if the Niners just fucking take Kyle Pitts? I don't see it happening. But if those were the fucking options, take Kyle Pitts.
Okay, could you imagine though? George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Raheem Mostert. The speed on that fucking team would be insane. And then if Jimmy G Jimmy G would have to stay healthy though. That's the problem. And
right.
Yeah, so I don't. Man, I think the 49ers should have went out and gotten Sam Darnold, and then
you know what? You know what? Literally yesterday, I was telling you how Shanahan and John Lynch had a freaking press conference. Literally, somebody asked, they were like, you know, like come Sunday, do you think, like, can you guarantee that Jimmy G is still going to be on the roster come Sunday? Kyle Shanahan, this piece of shit, he says, well, literally word for word says, well, I can't guarantee anyone will be alive Sunday. But like, I can't say one way or another.
I saw that meme.
Stupid.
So I have the Chargers, and this is what most people project they're going to have to trade to go up from 13 to 7. By the way, this is not a crazy trade if you look at it.
Oh, no, not at all.
Penei Sewell, and I've seen other people have them trading with this same exact kind of, mock. I don't think the Lions even want to pick at 7, so I think they would take this deal. I mean, look at it. I think they go defense, to be honest. They can grab like a Micah Parsons, or they could maybe J.C. Horn's on the board. They need help in so many areas. I really firmly believe that they could get like Devonta Smith and then because they need picks. That's what they need because they need help literally everywhere. They get an extra 3rd rounder this draft, and they get a 1st round pick next year, which I mean, they're a rebuilding team, so I think this would just work. And then here's the thing. Here's why I'm so bullish on Penei Sewell. Your left tackle is solved for the next 10 to 15 years. You have an elite left tackle, and you have Justin Herbert. Like, those two are going to be inseparable. And Herbert has been absolutely rallying to get Penei Sewell. You trade up, you get Penei Sewell. Especially after what we did this offseason with the O-line. Man, does Justin Herbert take a pay cut? Does Justin Herbert see the commitment the Chargers have had to him and maybe give him a team-friendly deal? I don't know, but man, I think the Chargers are doing absolutely everything right to keep Justin Herbert happy if they do this trade. Okay, so what ramifications does that have? Rashawn Slater gets taken, and then Denver lands Trey Lance. I usually have them taking Trey Lance. They get I swear to God, I don't know why Devonta Smith is always free here. I think the Eagles is going to be very difficult for them to pass on Jalen Waddle. And man, the Falcons get super lucky because I mean, Patrick Surtain falling here would be insane. But yeah, they could. I think the Vikings might take him, but they could still get another corner. And then Cardinals, I think, really need secondary help. They get Greg Newsome, and then is it Najee Harris? This is my Spanish blood here. They get Najee Harris. Najee Harris. They cuck Pittsburgh. And then that's the rest of it. And then I think Rashad Bateman's going to the Ravens if they don't trade out of that pick, but they get an edge and a receiver, which are their 2 biggest needs, to be honest. They need a better pass rush and a receiver. Okay, now this is my least favorite mock. All right, I'm going to show you my next one. This is I don't think the Chargers should stay where they are at all. I think they're going to get offers. I think some team. Could you imagine if a Trey Lance falls? If a Trey Lance falls, they're getting offers. I think if Devonta Smith falls, you're going to get some offers. they're gonna get offers, man. Especially if those 4 guys who I think they should go, they don't trade it for Penei Sewell, for Sean Slater doesn't fall, and if JC Horn and Patrick Surtain are on the board, you trade back, and they're gonna get offers. I think at that 13 spot, they're gonna get people wanting to take that pick off their hands. Okay, I'm gonna go for my last mock draft. And then after this, we can never talk about the draft ever again. Until
with
next
that being
year.
said, yeah, with that being said, we're gonna be recording the draft live.
By the way, I'm thinking we should get drunk and watch it on Thursday.
Dude, I was gonna say the same thing.
I'll bring over some Pizza Hut.
Dude.
We can do it live. Your family can watch. Your sister. I'll bring my girlfriend. Will be in town. We need to get her drunk so she'll be entertained. Okay. So this pick, I don't know why everyone has Atlanta taking a quarterback. You have Matt Ryan on 2 more years of his deal, and to be honest, Matt Ryan's not the reason they're fucking losing. They have no defense. Okay, so same 3. I have them taking Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase. I don't know why I don't have the Bengals taking Penei Sewell. I have such a strong feeling that the Bengals are going to bangle. And they already have a legit left tackle, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. They need really help at like guard and like right tackle. And I think a lot of like Bengals fans want them to take Jamar Chase and then just get a tackle later because it's a deep tackle draft. And they have a very early 2nd round pick. So I can actually see it. Miami gets Jalen Waddle. I think Miami's just gonna go stupid at receiver. Oh, by the way, okay, if they did get Kyle Pitts, I hate to backtrack to the last mock, but they would have Kyle Pitts, Devontae Parker, and Will Fuller. So you're welcome, Dolphins. And then they have a how the fuck do you say it?
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. Then they like that team
Watch
would be
me
and Gesicki. That'd be a fucking stacked damn offense. I mean, if that happened, I think they call Fitzmagic and bring him back. So I really think that Denver could take a quarterback, and I think New England really likes Justin Fields, so I could see them moving up here. And Carolina has teased that they might take a quarterback. I think if Justin Fields fell to Carolina, they're going to take him. So I have New England trading. It's very similar to the Chargers. I don't know why I had them. Oh, because I had them at their 1st and 2nd pick this draft, and then a 2nd next year. They're moving up further. I probably would change this to a 1st rounder. And then they're going to take Penei Sewell. If Penei Sewell falls late, they're taking them. That's what you do. This is my no trade. The Chargers one, and then Trey Lance. I have Denver taking him. I have Dallas taking J.C. Horn for upside. I think the Giants are really going to take Rashawn Slater, and then right here, this is what kind of I'm like iffy on.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles might have PTSD from drafting receivers because they just miss so much. I have them taking Devonta Smith, but they could also take Patrick Surtain. But man, if the Chargers could get Patrick Surtain, you have a lock and load, plug and play number 1 corner, and then I think they can go, after the kid from Notre Dame. I forgot his name, but he's good. He's the target I was looking at. But say they take Patrick Surtain, I think the Chargers go for Elijah Vera Tucker, who played a little bit of left tackle in college. So I wouldn't mind Elijah Vera Tucker. I'd take him over Christian Darrisaw at this point. And then I have obviously the Lions taking Micah Parsons at this point. And yeah, that's so. I honest to God, unfortunately, this is going to be my most likely. I really hope the Chargers make a move. I either think it's going to be this one or the one where they trade with Baltimore, just because Telesco, you got Justin Herbert on this rookie contract. Like, I get it. Your defense won't be the best, but you have Staley fixing the scheme. You get Derwin James back. You're telling me you can't sign like a decent free agent to be your number 1 corner. You still got Chris Harris. You still got Mike. You still got playmakers on defense. This isn't like an Atlanta or Oakland or a Dallas defense. This is right now, if Derwin James stays healthy, it's still a top 15 defense. And you get Penei Sewell. Bold prediction right now, Marissa.
Okay.
If the Chargers get Penei Sewell, Justin Herbert's thrown for 5,000 yards this year.
I think, yeah.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy with that?
Because what was it last year? What did he
4,100 yards on 15 games with Anthony Lynn, in the 32nd worst offensive line. I think it was very close to 4,200. Now you give him 2 extra games, right? So let's say he averages 288. So that's like just from last year, right? His pace would be like 4,500, right? Or 40. Wait, I'm terrible at math. Let's say 300, just even number, right? That's
Right.
4,800 yards from last year's pace. That's last year's. Now you give him like a top 10, top 15 line, and you let him sling it a little bit. And he
Yeah.
has, and if Eckler's healthy the whole year too. So I'm just thinking, man, you get Penei Sewell. This team's dangerous. Also, like I said, the last time the Chargers had an elite line was 2006, and we were Super Bowl contenders that year. We were 14-2, and had Marlon McCree just fucking sat down after he picked off Tom Brady, I think we would have been Super Bowl champions. So yeah, that's kind of my mock. That's my thoughts going into the draft. That's from my Charger perspective. Marissa, how you feeling about the 49ers? I know you guys are on edge. All eyes on San Francisco and Atlanta. How you feeling? Do you need a hug? Do you need some? Do you
I
need some
probably.
sentinels?
Yeah, I need sage, I need fucking whatever, but like I so I don't know. So going into like everybody's been fucking hanging on to every word of that fucking press conference yesterday because I forgot what Shanahan's exact words were, but it was basically he began. First of all, John Lynch was saying like, like yeah, like I'm the fucking GM or whatever, but regardless, I'm going to refer back to Kyle Shanahan, which
Oof.
everybody was joking like, okay, so it's his fault, like blame him is what you're saying,
Oh
and
yeah.
like yeah, like Shanahan said something along the lines of like, you know, fans will be happy with it, but that'll maybe come like over time, like maybe they're not going to be happy that night or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, what does that mean? Like, that's very obviously the one pick that would make everybody fucking mad. So I don't know. I mean, at this point, again, I'm just kind of preparing for the worst. And I mean, and not that it's I wouldn't be a fan of the pick, obviously, but like I'm just thinking maybe it won't be that bad. I don't know. I'm trying to make myself fucking feel better. I don't know.
Here's what I keep comparing the 49ers to the Bears, but the difference is I think the 49ers are more well run and they have more offensive weapons and a better line than the Bears did. So I'm not going to compare Mac Jones to Trubisky. I'm going to compare him to the other. By the way, this year's draft falls so in line with last year's draft because once again, the Alabama quarterback will be taken before a guy named Justin, who will probably do much better elsewhere than the Alabama quarterback. And very similarly to the Alabama quarterback, he will win games. Mac Jones is going to win games with this roster. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
And to be honest, besides Trevor Lawrence, he's probably the most ready. He's probably going to have the best rookie season. Shanahan will look like a genius for one season, right? Mac Jones, I think, could theoretically get them to the divisional round or possibly even the championship game. But you know what's going to happen in the championship game? They're going to have to face Aaron Rodgers. They're going to have to face Tampa Bay. You're telling me Mac Jones against that fucking defense in Tampa Bay is going to rise to the occasion? You think Mac Jones in the playoffs, it's clutch time, you think he's going to make that play to win the game against Aaron Rodgers? He's not. That's my problem with Mac Jones. He can get you to the playoffs. He can probably win you 1 or 2 playoff games. He's not going to make that play. And then when you have to pay him after his rookie deal, when you have to pay him, that team is not going to be as good. You're not going to have a line that's as good.
Right.
And people keep comparing him to Kirk Cousins, but I'd take Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins would do better on this offense than Mac Jones, to be honest.
Oh, I agree.
Kirk Cousins has a much better arm than Mac Jones. But like Kirk Cousins, he's not going to win in the big games. He's just not. Like, I don't know how the fuck he shot up to the board. He wasn't even talked about as a first-round pick.
I don't get it.
Now, he's smart. He's got a photo back. It doesn't matter if you're smart. Can you fucking play football? Can you be look at all the quarterbacks drafted that are working right now. Okay. Let's go to last draft. Who are the 2 hits? Obviously, Burrow and Herbert, right? Burrow has a better arm, is more mobile, and has a better football IQ than Mac Jones. Justin Herbert literally looks like he's throwing to his fucking like nephew or something. Just puts the ball right there. Accuracy, arm, mobility, toughness, height, size, build, everything better, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, I got to be careful. I'm terrible with my draft. Let's go to the year before that, right? I'm going to pull up 2019 draft. Oh wait. Would that be? I'm so retarded. Would that be last year's? Hold on. I'm trying to go 2 years back. Okay, 2019, right?
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, freak athlete, right? Absolute stud at the position. Josh Allen, also very Herbert-esque, big, can run, literally completely transform the Buffalo Bills organization. Okay, let's look at the other quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. Need I say more? Like Tua Tagovailoa, very limited, just happened to go to a good team. So athletic is what wins in this league now. Now, some people might say, what about Brady? Brady's a once in our entire, and then there will never be another Tom Brady. Tom Brady will not do not look for Brady. What about Rodgers? Rodgers can move. He's mobile. He can throw the ball. He makes plays happen, right? Like you look at all these, like Manning. Again, Manning is off the charts. Knew how to read defenses. Was insane. Literally, if I'm the 49ers, I'd rather have fucking Rivers than Mac Jones. Rivers has a higher ceiling than Mac Jones, to be honest. That sounds crazy to say, but he totally does.
I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
I mean, Rivers went what, 12-4? No, he didn't go 12. He went 11-5. He went 11-5 with that Colts roster. And I think San Francisco, minus the injuries, has a better roster than the Colts right now. So that's all I'm saying, man. If you're a Niners fan, I would not. It's gonna be good for the first year, maybe even the first 2 years. But you're gonna see Justin Fields tear it up. You're gonna see Trey Lance develop.
Percent.
Zach Wilson's fucked because he's going to the Jets, but you know what I mean?
Right. And I don't know. I think that's the part that people get like, oh, Mac Jones will be that bad because of that. Like, I have no doubts that fucking Mac Jones would win games because look at the fucking roster that surrounds him. I don't have any doubts of that, but it's like longevity and like, is he, in those fucking big games, is he gonna be, he's fucking king? Like, that's what you're relying on? Like, I can't do it. I can't see that. And it's not like if we were fucking back in the draft and that's all that was fucking there, I'd be like, I guess because we need a fucking quarterback. Right. If we traded the fuck up all that fucking draft capital for pick 3 and you're going to pick Mac Jones when Justin Fields is on the fucking board, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you would go Mac Jones.
And the fuck that, like you said, it's the fact they had to trade picks. They were at 12. They were at 12. Man, Trey Lance might have fallen. Who knows?
Exactly.
If you get Mac Jones at 12, I don't think anyone's mad, right? Because you just took best available. You took what you needed at the best possible position. Then you can sell that. But you traded to the number 3 pick.
For fucking Mac
Jones. You could have waited. That's the thing. You didn't have to give up that draft capital. And here's even the crazier part. If they waited to 12, they draft Mac Jones. He's a dud. Guess what? They could trade Jimmy G next year, probably get at least a few second rounders, maybe a first rounder. Now you have 2 first round picks. You can bundle those up and you can move up in the draft next year to get a quarterback.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you can trade for a quarterback.
Yeah.
They could easily go trade for a quarterback. They could, maybe one of these free agents they could sign next year, so to me, it's just ridiculous. Fuck. What if Aaron Rodgers becomes available, right? And now you don't have the draft capital to go trade for Aaron Rodgers, right? Let's say it dissolves in Green Bay, right? Let's say the Deshaun situation clears up. I don't think it will, but let's say that clears up. Tell me you don't want to grab fucking Deshaun Watson? You can't trade for a quarterback now. You can't trade for one, and you can't move it out the next 2 years. So that's why I think most 49er fans are pissed. Now, if they traded up that many spots to get Trey Lance, I still have questions because he seems to have the highest ceiling out of anyone in the draft, but also he's still a developmental project. You got to wait a little bit. That's why Justin Fields makes so much sense. Like, you already have this great roster. Now you have an elite. Like, can you imagine? Okay, let me put it this way. Would you rather have Tua or Justin Herbert as your quarterback? That's what I think Kyle Shanahan needs to ask himself. Would you rather have non-dynamic Tua or Justin Herbert who just lit it up with a terrible coach, the worst O-line, and a defense that was decimated by injuries? You put Herbert on the 49ers, he's winning the Super Bowl next year. I don't care what anyone fucking says. You get Herbert with that offensive line, that defense. Tua, he goes 10-7 and you miss the playoffs. It's the same thing. I'm not saying Justin Fields is exactly Herbert. I think Herbert has a better arm. He's bigger. But Fields is an athlete. The dude can fucking run the ball. And now you have I get it. He doesn't want Fields to go off script. But also, that script gets bigger with Justin Fields. You can do you can do run pass option. Your running game becomes more dynamic. So that's my take.
Kyle Shanahan literally said yesterday he wants to find Drew Brees that can move like Lamar Jackson.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, first of all, it doesn't exist. Second of all, let's say that was the philosophy, then that's where you're going with fucking Mac Jones.
That makes no sense because Mac Jones has a dad bod. I'm in better shape than Mac Jones. He's going to be a fucking professional athlete, which is why it's so ridiculous to me. Like, and first off, you are talking about Drew Brees, who literally, Drew Brees don't exist. You don't get a quarterback that small who's that fucking accurate. The reason Drew Brees worked was because he's the most accurate quarterback in NFL history. You do not get Lamar Jackson. You don't get him every year in the draft. You get him once in a blue moon. You know when the last Lamar Jackson was? Michael Vick, and he was taken number 1 overall. Lamar Jackson falling to the Ravens was like just God handed them a gift. You are not going to find a Lamar Jackson. And if you want anyone damn near close, it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields is the only one that's even close to that.
Yeah.
He runs a 4-4. Like, Mac Jones looks like every frat guy. Like, I'm sorry. Just doesn't look like a fucking athlete.
He doesn't.
Even Brady was somewhat athletic, man. I'm sorry. Mac Jones just does not do it for me. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough Niners slander. That's enough Mac Jones slander for an episode.
Yeah, that's just Mac. We don't claim.
I can't wait to get your live reaction when they take Mac Jones.
Dude, that would be hilarious. You know what? If we actually do it live, like if we do it on here, we can literally have the draft on the screen.
Ooh, wait, what? All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We get copyrighted thing?
No, because it's just a YouTube video.
Okay.
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, they're posting on YouTube. I think they'd want some shares. Man, I'm just by the way, you're gonna see me cream my pants at the chart. If Detroit is up next, and then wait, we have a trade in here. Oh, Detroit. And then I'm gonna be thinking, I'm not even gonna be hopeful then. I'm thinking, oh fuck, Belichick wants to trade up, or like one of those teams.
Right.
What? The Chargers? If Panay Sewell's there, I'm gonna shit my pants. If we get Panay Sewell, I'm gonna you're gonna see the opposite.
I'm like preparing.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, just as a Chargers fan, like nothing really. I mean, who the fuck are we gonna get that's gonna disappoint? Like unless we get like a fucking edge. I saw a mock draft where the Chargers taking edge the first round and a fucking receiver in the second. And I'm like,
really?
Who is this dumb motherfucker who's making these mocks? There's some silly mocks out there. There's no way. We're getting a corner and a tackle the first 2 rounds. Maybe a safety or an edge if it like falls to us. I don't know.
I was gonna say that I'm preparing for the draft. Like, remember when The Office? Yeah, when Michael Scott makes that video because he's trying to figure out if Holly's still with her boyfriend or not.
Yeah,
and
like videos. And a negative file.
Yeah. That's gonna be me.
God. We gotta have a specific alcohol you drink if you do a shot if they draft Mac Jones and there's a different shot if they draft. Okay, what are you drinking if they draft Mac Jones? What's the shot you take?
Dude, I don't even know. Yeah,
we need something stronger.
Worst? Yeah, we need some shit in here. Yeah, and then like Justin Fields is like something very cute, like something very I want that.
Make yourself a little cocktail.
Yeah, get some rum in there. But like, yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. Like you know what, actually? So we talked in the last fucking episode about how I was putting together my fucking adjustable bed frame. My new mattress is coming and it's coming on Thursday. So best case scenario, I go to sleep Thursday night in my new bed. I'm at fucking 0 gravity with my bed base, and the Niners have drafted Justin Fields. That's like my best case scenario. It could be a great night. Could be a
or Trey Lance. I think either one of those you'd be. I think either one of those 49ers fans would be excited for.
I agree.
They have to trade up for Trey Lance though. I mean, I think they could have like traded with like Atlanta or like Detroit, but then again, I get it. You want to get your quarterback. You want to make sure that shit's secure. You never know what can happen in the draft. So I think 3, they just want to put themselves in the driver's seat. And Trey Lance would be rough. I think they should sign a backup in that case. If they get Trey Lance, like a backup, like in case Trey Lance isn't developing as well.
Yeah.
I hope Trey Lance doesn't turn to Jordan Love, by the way. I really hope that shit doesn't happen.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that. I can't wait for the NFL season. I can just ignore baseball, except when the Padres play the Dodgers. So let's talk about can we get a slide for how about them Padres? Yeah. Even though right now we're down 5-1 to the fucking Cardinals. By the way, Padres, why do you only play good against the fucking Dodgers? Why do you did I say Cardinals? I thought Arizona Cardinals. My bad. Diamondbacks. We're down 5-1 to the Diamondbacks. What happened to our bats just go ice cold whenever we're not playing the Dodgers? I just don't get it. But let's talk about the Dodgers series.
Okay.
And then we can talk about your Giants kicking butt too. And I think the Padres play the Giants next. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure we do.
I think you're actually right.
We do. We have a 3-game in San Diego. Are you gonna try to get tickets? You gonna try to cop?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why in my head it feels like it's fucking impossible, because then I see everybody fucking going and I'm like, well, wait. Like in my head, I think they're not available, and then like everybody's there, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should have fucking checked. So
those tickets are like I think that's what Kyle Shanahan thinks about Mac Jones. They're just not they're everywhere. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Right.
I know Mac Jones talk. I will never talk about the Niners after that, unless, of course, they're playing my Chargers in the Super Bowl, which could happen. Not this year. Like I said, this is their year.
Right.
Next year. By the way, Julio Jones, Devontae Adams with Keenan Allen. Need I say more? More. All right, let's get into baseball. The face of baseball played one of the most exciting series, I think, this year. And I mean, man, every time these two teams play, it's just absolutely electrifying. The Padres take the Dodgers in 3 out of 4. This was a 4-game series, right? And they took them 3 out of 4. One of the games, the last game, in which the Padres were down 7-1 going into the 7th, and was it the 7th or the 7th inning?
I think so.
The 7th inning, because they scored 2-2-2, right? So going to the top of the 7th, the Padres were down 7-1, and what happens? We score 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th, and 2 runs in the 9th, and then Hosmer with a pop fly, the sac fly, gets in Tatis. And Tatis had a spectacular series. He hit 5 home runs in 3 games. I think the second game, he hit 2 home runs. The next game, the third game, he hit 2 home runs. In the final game, he hit a home run, and he hit a couple off Trevor Bauer, and he was absolutely stunting on him with the one eye. And the reason I love this series, I love this shit talking. People are talking about like, oh, he peaked. Oh, baseball decorum. Shut the fuck up. The only reason people are even paying attention to this series is because of Tatis. Fernando Tatis Jr. has absolutely made baseball watchable. Do you remember last year when the Padres were up multiple runs, and he just absolutely smacks a grand slam out of the park? People called that unprofessional. He said, you guys are already killing him. Yeah. That's why baseball is going to die, and that's why baseball needs Fernando Tatis Jr. And I've looked at a lot of MLB power rankings. The Padres are number 2 on many people's lists, which I just think is tremendous. The Padres are the only team that makes the Dodgers look human, because the Dodgers just have a straight-up all-star team. It's just absolutely ridiculous. They have a stacked bullpen, stacked bats, but the Padres come and make Bauer look like a bitch. Yes, I said it. Make you look like a bitch, Bauer, because Tatis absolutely has his number. He's in Bauer's head rent-free. And man, this team came back from down 7-1. This team has battled the Dodgers absolutely formidably. And man, I mean, even that third game, they only lost by 1 run. My only problem with the Padres, why the fuck can't they do this shit against other teams? I think that's the problem with the Padres. They're too passionate when they're not on that crazy game. You know, then they don't get as hyped. We've already played 7 games. We have 12 games left against the Dodgers the rest of the season because I think we played 19, right? It's 19 per division rival. So we have 12 more games, and those series are assured to be spectacular. I think the next series is sometime in June at Petco Park. Man, the NL West looks absolutely stacked this year. You have the Giants in second place right now. What's their record overall in Major League Baseball? Aren't they like a top 4 team in terms of record right now?
They're actually tied with the Dodgers for first.
Exactly. So who'd they
Like
beat?
in all of baseball.
Who'd they beat though? Who they beat?
It's because the
They beat
Dodgers lost the other day.
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. By the way, the Padres are the only team to beat the Dodgers in back-to-back games this year. The only team.
I can see why. Well, you know what? And for such a long time, I've been of the mindset that like the NL West is the fucking best division in baseball in general. And not just because obviously my fucking team is in the NL West, but it's just the most competitive. Like if you look at any other division, it's always like whoever the fucking Yankees are leading by however much, or the fucking Red Sox. Like it's never as competitive as the NL West. And I feel like the NL West division teams too play each other the hardest.
Yes, I agree. Those games are always like the Diamondbacks right now. They're trash. They're not a good team, and they're fucking
100%.
giving the Padres a run for their money.
Exactly.
The Giants. The Giants beat us in that series.
Yeah, it's the best division, I think, and it's been that way for a while, and I feel like each year it gets more so because then you have guys like Tatis, and obviously the fucking Dodgers with their fucking bot team of the world, but like
the $1 billion salary cap.
Right. But
it's baseball gonna get a fucking salary cap, by the way.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Just get a salary cap. Make the game more interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think just regardless though, the NL West is always the most competitive, and it's to me the most exciting. And again, even more so like now.
Man, this is the first time I paid attention to baseball in years. And I think if you want to keep fans, I think there's a few things baseball needs to do. One, fucking salary cap. I get it. I think baseball is like one of the strongest players unions. I get it. They don't want to restrict the money they're making, but like, come on, man, this is ridiculous. The Dodgers literally just bought the fucking team in baseball. Like, let's be real. But you know what makes me really happy? The Yankees have the worst record in Major League Baseball right now. Doesn't that'd be like finding out Tom Brady didn't make the playoff? That'd be like finding out Tom Brady went 0-16. Although I like him on Tampa now. No, let me rephrase it. If we find out like Bill Belichick lost every single game last year, like it would just make you giddy.
Right.
Fucking, I like Brady now though. He drank, and he looks like he'd be a fun time as long as I'm not his son.
Fuck. Why does every episode go back to that?
Because people need to know how fucking cringy it is, all right?
It is, but it grosses me the fuck out. I hate it. Too.
But that you know what I love about the Padres? I just love the depth this team has. Cronenworth, I mean, yes, you have Tatis, you have Machado, but Cronenworth at second. He's made so many tremendous plays in the infield. Profar made a couple clutch catches against the Dodgers, and man, he's just been swinging. Myers, who usually does terrible against was either Crenshaw or Bauer, hit a homer. Hosmer, I think, is having besides Tatis, is having the best season right now on the Padres. So they have bats. I think we're getting the fuck rid of Pham though, because he hasn't been doing dick. And our bullpen looks pretty good. And our bullpen's not even healthy. Our bullpen's in shambles right now. We get Clevenger back. We get Lament back later. Like, this team is going to be dangerous later in the season.
I agree, and they're already fucking dangerous now.
Yeah. They're dangerous against every team called the Dodgers.
Right. But they have the tools to get there, though.
Yeah. Beating the Dodgers just basically says you can beat any team in baseball any day. But
exactly.
Yeah, they need a sports psychologist. They need fucking David Goggins yelling at them to stop being little bitches. And they need, man, I wish Kobe was still alive. I think they could have flown Kobe. Although Kobe would definitely be the Dodgers motivational speaker.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, get someone from San Diego to get Will Ferrell, dress him like Ron Burgundy, and give him a pep talk every game.
I get fucking Trevor Hoffman in there.
Ooh, as a coach, it'd be
Right.
kind of fire. By the way, that's all kind of wanted to say about the Padres. It's folks, it's must watch baseball right now. The bats are hitting, the bullpen's looking very good. Oh, there was one thing I didn't want to say. I think it was the third game, the game we lost. The Padres were up 3-2, and Blake Snell had been pitching a great game. I mean, he only allowed 2 runs. He was pitching good, and he had already gotten out the first runner. And the Padres bring in the reliever. Guess what happens, Marissa?
What?
The Dodgers go and score fucking 2 more runs.
Do you know who the reliever was?
I gotta look it up, but basically they made an analytical move. And again, this is what I'm saying. This is why I fucking hate when analytics overtake everything. First off, they already did this shit to Blake Snell against the Dodgers in the World Series. They took him out when he was pitching great. So I really, man, the Padres management's got to get better at that shit. I think our shifts have been good, like our infield shifts. I think I wish we'd bunt a little more. I think our steals have been like you saw in that series. I think one of the reasons the Padres look better than the Dodgers was we were stealing more. We had a better ground game. We were stealing a lot more bases. But that being said, when it comes to pitching, man, if you have a guy like I've always said it, if a dude's high in his pitch count and he's doing well, don't take him out until like if he gives up a homer, okay, take him out. If the bases get loaded, okay, take him out. But literally, the next guy they bring in, bases loaded, and then the Dodgers end up scoring 2 runs that inning. So my point is like you gotta don't take Snell out. It's never good. You never win a game when you take Snell out when he's doing well. And the Padres management, you guys got to do better, man. Like keep Snell in. But I'm excited. We have a quick 2-game series against the Diamondbacks. Hope we can beat them next game because right now, let me check that score. Yeah, I don't know why our bats are fucking ice cold. We scored 1 run against the fucking Diamondbacks, and then we have a 3-game stretch against the Giants. So yeah, I think those are pretty good series to watch. I think the Giants series is gonna be really good. Hopefully they take that as seriously as the Dodgers. I know you don't hope that they take it as seriously as they do the Dodgers, but we'll be breaking that and more into depth because I know Marissa's gonna want to talk shit and I'm gonna want to talk shit.
Of course.
But I'll get into the fucking I keep saying Cardinals fucking because there's a Cardinals in baseball. Everyone get your mascots right, all right? Just because they're playing the Diamondbacks, and we're getting more into like that Diamondback series, especially if they lose both games. I need to look at what the fuck is wrong with these bats, especially when we play lesser teams. You got anything else to add on the baseball side, Marissa?
So I think that the analytical thing is a good thing to bring up because again, this has been my biggest struggle with fucking Gabe Kapler with the Giants is that he just like and so I thought he was getting better. So I literally last week I was like me and my sister were going to record our Giants podcast and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into this with an open mind. Maybe he said, I'll listen to my players, I'll listen, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, you know what? Okay. Open mind, clean slate. Let's see what the fuck he does. And then he was doing some more of that shit fucking yesterday. So like it pisses me off because it's like, dude, like analytics is not fucking everything.
Very true.
I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, do you not see what's fucking happening? Like, you have 0 polls for the fucking game. It's crazy to me.
By the way, this is why I think baseball's dying too. It's turning like a fucking spreadsheet. It's like very mathematical. Oh, do this. It's now. Exactly. Granted, baseball's literally like chess, but these are still athletes. They're still fallible humans. And that's why I think everyone likes the NFL more. Because I mean, fuck, the Jets beat the Rams. You have shitty teams beating great teams, just because like they say, any given Sunday. It's a lot more human element to it.
Yeah.
I think we have to remember that these are just human beings, and there's psychological. I mean, I think baseball is one of the most psychological sports you can play. And when 100%. A guy's on a hot streak, fucking keep him in because he's doing something right mentally. You bring the new guy in, you might fuck it up.
exactly. Speaking of, we might see the Giants go into extra innings here. It's
Oh
currently
shit.
tied top of 9 right now. So we'll see what the fuck goes on.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
yeah, but that's been my latest thing. Like I mentioned the other day, the Giants bats luckily have been getting a little hot again. Thank God. But it's just like it's like with them, like what I think is that they have like the Padres have depth. And I think
So true.
The Giants have a lot of depth potential. Like there's potential for depth. They have guys that could potentially be really good. But again, it goes back to Gabe Kapler. I think he just mismanages. And a lot of these guys aren't getting the fucking time that they need to see what the fuck's going on. So and because it is such a mental, they don't know what they have the GM for Zaidi, which who he wants to fucking trade away the second they fucking go cold. They have him and then Gabe Kapler, who's like, going by his spreadsheets, one guy's gonna play like once a fucking month. So it's like imagine like the fucking pressure of like, okay, like I'm not gonna get that many starts, but also when I do, I better fucking be on my shit or else I'm fucking leaving tomorrow. Like it has to just be so much. And I just think that there has to be some sort of like happy medium because it just has to fuck with the players' heads, and that's not going to be good for anybody. So I think the potential is absolutely there, but it's just going to be a matter of how Kapler learns to manage this fucking team.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the Padres. I feel like it's our management that really
Yeah.
is the glaring issue. I mean, I like our manager, but like, man, that move with Snell just rubbed me the wrong way. I hope,
Yeah.
I hope we stop with the analytics. Also, the bats just go cold at random fucking times, man. Like there's no happy medium with the Pod. We can't just score 4 or 5 runs a game. We have to we either score 22 or fucking
That's
-3.
right.
So a little more consistency. Before we wrap this bitch up, I just want to give an update. Right now, Will Myers is at bat. There's one out. It's the top of the ninth. Padres are on 4 runs, and they got a man on first. So not looking great. Maybe Myers gets on base. Maybe I don't know who's up after Myers. Maybe Cronenworth gets on base, and fucking Profar just hits one off. But yeah. Like I said, man, this team is just so fucking all over the place.
The Rockies just fucking scored, so now it's 4-3 in the top fucking 9. Man,
Man.
I'm fucking pissed.
It's okay. You guys can lose to the Rockies. We'll lose to the fucking for the bottom of the NL West having a great fucking night.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Okay. So not next week. Thursday. 2 days. We're gonna be doing a live. I'm not even looking at baseball that day. Fuck baseball. It's the draft. I can't wait for the NFL season. Our podcast. I'm gonna be like all over that shit. I'm gonna get fucking Game Pass. By the way, I don't know if I told you.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna get NFL Game. I'm gonna be watching all the games because I'm gonna be in fucking New Jersey.
That's right. This is great because the Giants and the Padres both have an off day because it's like a travel day for them. They play the Padres. The series starts Friday.
Oh,
absolutely
tremendous.
Amazing. Great planning.
Great planning. Us. Okay. I want to do a fun game. I don't know if you want to put like our fun kind of, like end it question. I had one. Fun bullshit ending. There we go. Okay. We're going to play a game, right? And this is going to be with top draft prospects, okay?
Okay.
All right. We're going to play with the quarterbacks because, I mean, besides a few receivers and Kyle Pitts and fucking Micah Parsons, I don't know dick about any. I ain't a college yet, okay? We're going to focus on the quarterbacks, all right? I'm going to ask a series of questions and just here's the quarterbacks you can use. It's got to be one of the top 7 quarterbacks. So you can use Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zaddy Jones, Kyle Trask, and Kellen Moon. And what was the other guy's? I think the guy's name was Steven Mills. I just want to get that right.
Oh, no, Davis Mills.
Davis Mills?
I think
What's it called? Davis Mills? Yeah, Davis Mills. Okay. So, sorry, top 8. Okay. Oh, by the way, Padres lost.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Love
Good
that.
job. Good job. We lost. Good job. All right. Good job, Padres. You couldn't beat the fucking Diamondbacks, yet you just beat the hardest team in baseball. Okay. All right. Okay. Question 1. Out of all the draft prospect quarterbacks, who would you start a business with and why?
Mm, I would start a business. I want to say Zach Wilson.
Okay. Can you
I
break
think,
things in?
yeah, I think that to me, just look, he seems like a very relaxed guy. So I feel like he would be somebody that would be fair. Like I feel like we could have like legitimate conversations. Like if things got fucking hard in the business or whatever, like we could have those conversations. But also, like if we were doing fucking well, he'd be a guy to do well with. Um, he just seems like a fun guy to me. He's not necessarily like a fun guy. He just seems like a chill guy. Like he'd be like an even keel guy that would be good to do business with. I would not go into business with Mac Jones. And that like that's like the difference. Like I just feel like Zach Wilson is reliable. He's gonna be a nice guy. I feel like he would be a good guy to go in business with.
I like the answer. You're gonna hate my answer.
Dude.
I'm going into business with Mac Jones. Here's why. The
Okay.
business world, a lot of businesses today, okay, if you want to get rich, you go with Mac Jones. A lot of businesses today are built off bullshit, and a
It's true.
lot of businesses succeed because they're overvalued, aka WeWork, aka the fucking Fire Festival. We're
Yeah.
doing that shit, baby. Mac Jones is the most overhyped. He wasn't even, think about it. This man wasn't even projected to go in the first round. Now he's a fucking top 3 prospect in most people's eyes without playing a single fucking snap. He is a bullshit artist. He's gonna sell it. We're gonna go to the moon, right? And then when we reach the peak, I'm cutting everything, investing it all in Bitcoin, and then fuck it, it's gonna crash. We're gonna have a Hulu documentary about it. Who gives a fuck? We're making that quick dollar. Mac Jones is a bullshitter. He has everyone convinced he's a fucking genius. That is what business is in 2021. It's all fake. There's no real jobs.
Right.
We're selling fucking art pieces, aka NFTs. Nothing's real. Nothing is real anymore, okay? We're selling fucking virtual real estate because all the billionaires that own all the fucking property in America, okay? So I want Mac Jones, the white fucking privilege, smiley. I don't like to say that a lot, but dude, the guy is absolutely white. He got the privilege of going to Alabama. He got the privilege of all those fucking weapons. Meanwhile, Justin Fields was on an absolute fucking show in Clemson, and they're like, could Justin Fields fall to the fucking? I saw one mock draft where Justin Fields fell to the Bucs. I am not making that shit
Are
up.
you no,
He gets
stop
past
it.
Chicago at
Stop.
20. Justin Fields falls in Chicago's lap at 20. They're like, no, we're going to go with Andy Dalton.
Dude,
Fuck Justin
fuck
Fields.
that.
So whoever's making these mock drafts, check your brain. So that's where I'm going. All right. Question number 2.
Quick side note: the Giants just tied it up again. Brandon Cooks just hit a home run, so now we're back tied again, bottom of 9.
Must be nice.
No outs, so we'll see. Okay.
Must be nice. Which top quarterback would you go on a date with?
Ooh, okay. Hold on. Let's fuck no. I'm definitely not going on a date with
just to break his heart. Just to shatter his fucking heart.
Yeah, just to fucking
destroy him, make him fall in love with you.
What? You know what? Actually, I'm not even gonna I was gonna like actually compare like faces. Okay, no, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna say that I would go on a date with Justin Fields because I would love to be dating the 49ers fucking quarterback. Fucking 49ers QB1, my fucking date, my fucking boy. Because I would make it like we'd go on a date, but like he would end up being my boyfriend. Oh yeah, for that reason, Fields.
You mean New England's starting quarterback? That ain't happening. By the way, this question would have been perfect at last year's draft because, okay, for the audience who doesn't know, Marissa just loves dating dudes named Jordan. I don't know why. I don't understand. That's why I'm the best Jordan because I'm the one Jordan. You know, like I'm the friend and we're chill, we're homies. Like, but every other Jordan just fucking. Whatever
Trash.
females are in Juice World songs, like he's like the male version of a Juice World female.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely been Jordan Love last year. Who am I going on a date with? Well, we all know I'm gay for Justin Herbert, and
Right, I was gonna say.
who looks most like Justin Herbert? Fucking the number one overall, who just got married, by the way. Man, by the way, you know he's going to Jackson. He's fucking giving to Jacksonville charities already. Get the fuck out of here. We all know he's going to Jacksonville. Let's
Yeah,
not get
fucking
cute with
relax.
it. But Trevor Lawrence, man, he looks like a female. So if I hit it from the back, minus all the muscles, and I'll be like, hey, can you put this on? You look real sexy in it. And he's like, what? Why are you making me wear a Justin Herbert? I just miss. He's like Justin Herbert with longer hair. He's like super. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z? He's like Super Saiyan. Yeah. He's like Super Saiyan Justin Herbert, just like Justin Herbert with like longer, blonder hair. By the way, I saw Justin Herbert do a commercial, and this dude was about to cut this guy's hair, and he grabs the fucking razor and is like, "I don't think that's a good idea." It was absolute savage. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence, just because, man, that'd be put a Herbert jersey on and be like, yeah, daddy. Yeah, I'm finna bust. Let me do one more. Oh, I got it. I got one. I got one last one. Okay. You get a 3-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
And you have to be roommates with one of the quarterbacks and an NFL prospect that is not a quarterback. You got to be roommates.
Okay.
And y'all make the same amount of money. Y'all make like $3,000 a month, and it rents $1,000.
Okay, so we're all splitting the shit evenly. Okay,
we're not balling. You're not getting that $6 million of fucking
right.
Money.
Okay.
No.
Okay, my 2 roommates would be okay for the not what?
Mac Jones.
No,
I just like triggering him.
No. Okay, one of the roommates is Kyle Pitts because I think how fucking cool would that be?
He's so hot.
Right. And then
so fucking yoked.
So then okay, my quarterback roommate is I'm gonna say Zach Wilson again because I already said Zach Wilson. Okay, so in this scenario, okay, no, Justin Fields doesn't count because if he's my boy, we're probably gonna share the room. Okay, but so there's that. And you know what? Maybe I would go Zach
over
Wilson.
From the other question.
Wait, what?
You're really bringing it over from the other question.
Yeah, it's all connects. So I would go with Zach Wilson as my other roommate. Again, I think he'd be reliable. I think he'd be a fun guy. I'm not a huge fan of Chipotle, but he could get free chips and walk and stuff. Justin Fields has a fucking bowl too, but Zach Wilson, I feel like would be that guy. I feel like Zach Wilson would be a very I feel like he'd be a very considerate roommate.
I would not live with Justin Fields. He's a fucking vegan. Fuck that shit. Okay. So I am going to start with Kyle Trask. That's going to be my quarterback. He's from Florida. He knows how to party.
Right.
It'd be a good time. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's probably going to the best team to think about it. He's probably going to the Bucks. So Kyle Trask would be really fucking cool. Little late first rounder, early second rounder QB. Go party with him. He'd be a fun time. I mean, the house would be a fucking mess. It's like a trap house, but it'd be fun. It'd be a good time. And then, you know what? You know my crush. You know who I want. You know who I want.
Yeah.
You know I need a little. I don't want to. He's Samoan, right? Panay Sewell.
Is that I think so.
He's
no.
I'm pretty sure he's Samoan. Did I do a racist? Hold on, let me check. Did I do a racist? Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure he is.
He is literally from America Samoa. Okay, I was 1,000% right. Okay. You know what's crazy? He's only 20 years old.
Is he really?
He was born in 2000. Does that make you feel old? Motherfucker was
Oh,
born
what
in
the fuck?
2000.
Ew.
He's 20. He's
Yeah, I
20.
hate that.
So first off, Panay Sewell, he's buds with Herbert, so he'd come over, and
Right,
then
right.
he might go to Cincinnati and be like, you know what, bro, you should fucking fake a few injuries, and then they could trade you out of there, and
Right.
I'll tell Tommy Telesco like, hey, he's faking these injuries. You can probably get him for a third round pick, and then bam, we got fucking Sewell back. But also, he's like a big guy. It probably helped me move shit, and then
Right.
parties like we be fucking playing Monopoly and shit, running war zones with fucking Panay Sewell and Kyle Trask. We got a
That
big
sounds
guy.
pretty
We got a party guy. It'd be a fun fucking time, man. And the food would be bomb, man. Fucking, Panay Sewell's mom probably puts it down in the kitchen. Probably got some fucking dope ass Samoan food. And then I don't want to eat anything Kyle Trask's mom makes because she's from fucking Florida. She's bringing over fried bullshit. But it'd be a good time. I like these questions. They're fun. Do you want to do one
Me
more?
too.
You want to do one
Yeah,
more
do one
before we
more.
end it? Fuck it, we'll do one more.
Do
My
one more.
girlfriend's texting me. I've been ignoring her all day. But you know what? I'm a
Fuck.
busy guy. Who gives a fuck?
Wait
Who
a
gives a
minute.
fuck? I'm calling her. I'm calling her after this, and I'm gonna sacrifice playing video games to talk to her. That's right. That's
Good.
right,
As
fellas.
you
I'm the
should.
perfect boyfriend. I know, ladies. I know you want me, but unfortunately, I'm taken. Uh, what was the last question I had? I just had these all in my head. Okay. Who? Okay, we'll do non-quarterback. We've done a lot of quarterback. Okay.
Okay.
Give me three now. Three non-quarterback prospects to go camping with, and on the camping trip, you go whitewater rafting.
Ooh. Okay.
Non-QB. You gotta give me three.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. Me and Kyle Pitts are going because I really want to be friends with Kyle Pitts. So
He's so
Kyle Pitts and I are
shredded.
going.
He's
Huh?
so
Yeah.
yoked. He's so shredded. He's so hot. I want to lick his
Yeah.
ab.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're fucking going. Okay. I'm trying to look at my old mock draft to see because I'm just only
Another
thinking.
look at my drafts.
I'm just only fucking thinking of quarterbacks right now. Okay. I'm going. Okay. So me and Kyle Pitts are going. Me and I literally am only fucking thinking quarterbacks. Okay. Me and fucking hold up. Oh man. Okay, wait. So we're going camping and whitewater
Water
rafting, correct?
rafting, yeah. You can do whatever you
Okay.
want on this camping trip, by the way.
Okay, relax.
Do whatever you want on this camping trip.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. Me and Kyle are going 1000%. Let's see. You know what? I really think. Do you think Rashawn Slater's a fun guy?
He looks like it. He's got crazy cool
Right?
hair, and he's a big
That's kind of what
boy.
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
He might sink your raft though.
What?
He might sink your raft though. He might sink that raft.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No. We'll have fun. No. Okay. Okay, no, it's me, Kyle Pitts. Me, Kyle Pitts. We're gonna go. Trying to think of who seems like a fun guy. Maybe. Do you think Patrick Surtain is fun?
No, he's not fun. He locks people down, so I don't think he'd be that fun.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, me, Kyle Pitts. Fucking, me, Kyle Pitts.
Slater.
Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase. Okay, mix it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
Jamar Chase and Rashawn Slater.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna start with Panay Sewell in case a bear attacks us. We need some little defense. We need Panay Sewell. Panay Sewell would fuck up a bear. And then I'm gonna go fucking Devonta Smith because listen, we already have fucking Panay Sewell on this raft. He's weighing that shit down for sure. So we need someone a lot lighter. So we got Devonta Smith. We got that's fucking to say, but it's true. You need to lighten the load. And then just because we're gonna be doing shrooms, and I'll finally connect with him, and he'll forgive me for fucking up his name.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck it up again.
Oh, here we go.
Najee Harris. Did I say it right? Najee Harris. Najee Harris. There we go. Najee Harris. So I got 2 Alabama boys and fucking Panay Sewell. That's what we're
Sounds
taking.
fun.
We're gonna take acid and fucking go down, whitewater rafting on acid with fucking Devonta Smith, Najee Harris, and Panay Sewell. Can you imagine fucking Colin Cowherd fucking analyzing that? Joy would just be like, "What the fuck?" And then Colin would be like, related to some. So when I was in college,
right?
Bro, this random little shit. He's got a podcast. He thinks he's a sports. He's not a real sportscaster. Takes 3 of probably some of the best prospects I've ever seen. But no, Panay Sewell is the top 5 prospect all time, and then Najee Harris is the best running back in this draft, and then Devonta Smith, who literally. They hit a rock and he just flew. He had nothing weighing him down, so he just fucking flew. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up. Stay tuned. Thursday is going to be our big draft show. Thank you, Marissa, for joining me. Thank you for by the way, just thank you for this podcast. I like it. I like that we've been very consistent.
Me too.
You make the magic. She makes the magic happen, folks. I just give half-baked takes, talk about doing psychedelics with famous NFL players, and maybe one day me and Baker.
Maybe one day.
I want to do top 3 NFL players and psychedelics. DMT with Baker Mayfield, acid with Laramie Tunsil, and edibles with Justin Herbert. Yeah, no, it's not a psychedelic, but I think it'd be fun. And then
it'd be fun to see him on that.
And then shrooms with Panay Sewell because he's from Oregon and there's trees and shit and it'd be fun. Anyway, this has been the Double Take Podcast. Don't forget to rate, share, and subscribe and do a double take on that download button.